Regardless of what this communism-loving comrade Floyd wants you to believe, even countries that are friends of China have been known to put tariffs on Chinese products. Why? Because they want to protect their industries.
We have got sustainable friendships that started when President Zuma was head of state and president, with Brazil, with Russia, with China, with India.
ASEAN's largest economy, Indonesia, has also banned e-commerce firm Temu over fears its small enterprises could be destroyed. The Indonesian government has said it was looking at imposing duties of up to 200% on some Chinese imports.
We have got sustainable friendships that started when President Zuma was head of state and president, with Brazil, with Russia, with China, with India.
It is not just in Southeast Asia where there are concerns around Chinese exports. Chile, Mexico, Brazil, and India have all imposed anti-dumping measures on some Chinese exports.
We have got sustainable friendships that started when President Zuma was head of state and president, with Brazil, with Russia, with China, with India.
China is responsible for the closure of many industries and many nations across the world.
Things are not looking good for one of Indonesia's largest textile companies, Sritex. Black armbands worn by employees and management alike send a desperate plea: save Sritex. At one point, Sritex was the largest textile company in Indonesia, employing 50,000 people directly and indirectly, according to Indonesian media. In 2020, the firm did nearly $1.3 billion in sales and posted a net profit of $85 million. 4 years later, its fortunes have turned. What happened?
Sritex is the biggest supplier for fabric in Indonesian market. When the market flooding by China fabric, of course it will also impact to Sritex. Yeah. So the problem in Sritex is almost the same with another company, because the market is flooded by China fabric.
Sritex is not the only Indonesian textile company in crisis. According to data from the Indonesian Filament Fiber and Yarn Producers Association, from 2023 to the end of 2024, 60 textile companies closed, and an estimated 250,000 workers were laid off.
Also, because the impact is not only in textile sector, the impact in social and other sector, also like logistic, also like housing, and many sector the impact is.
The Indonesian textile industry is facing intense competition from China in two ways. First, in the domestic market.
The price is very cheap. Yeah. China can sell with lowest price, I think, because the dumping. We can look in US, in Europe, in Vietnam, in India. Yeah. Many China product, they impose the anti-dumping duty for the China product. Yeah. So I think all over the world is the same problem with the China dumping.
The US was once a stronghold of solar module manufacturing, accounting for around a quarter of global solar module shipments in the early 2000s. But that all changed around 2010 when Chinese manufacturers gained comparative advantage. Dozens of US solar factories shut down. The Biden administration tried to rebuild the US solar industry with generous subsidies from the Inflation Reduction Act, which channeled $430 billion to clean energy industries. In November 2024, the same administration announced tariffs on solar imports from Southeast Asia of up to 271%, citing reasons of anti-dumping and anti-subsidy. These tariffs expanded further under the Trump administration. Solar manufacturers in Southeast Asia are almost all from China, as Chinese companies possess unrivaled technological advantage.
Take the electric vehicle sector. It is a crucial industry for the clean economy with a huge potential in Europe. But global markets are now flooded with cheaper Chinese electric cars.
Thai and Japanese automakers aren't the only ones feeling the pressure. China's wave of EV exports is being blamed for factory closures in Europe and for hurting the profitability of US car makers.
Be it America, South Africa, Germany, Britain, China has closed down. Well, they've been responsible for the closing down of those industries because a lot of the countries are unable to compete with China